everybody, Pat Armstrong here, and as you can see we're out in the garage again getting ready to do another workout. And honestly, I don't know how this one's going to go today. 2 weeks ago from yesterday, I was out on my mountain bike and I wiped out big time, and I messed myself up. I skinned myself up. In fact, I don't know if you can see my knee or not, but it looks a lot better than it did 2 weeks ago. And obviously you see I'm wearing socks. I still can't put shoes on right now because my right foot is just really messed up. So it's been a couple weeks since I've done any type of a workout, and so today I don't know how this is going to go. This could be really ugly, but we're going to give it a shot. Today we're going to work on total body. So from the top of the head all the way down to the sole of the foot, we're going to try to do a workout today. So, but before we get going, we got to warm up. So let's go ahead and just start loving yourself. Get that body warmed up, get that blood flowing, get that heart pumping, because when we get started on this workout, we want to make sure that our body's already warmed up. So now let's just kind of jog in place. In fact, I'll show you a picture of, I don't have any pictures of my wounds early on because they were pretty bad, but I'll show you a picture of my shoe that got messed up in the run, or in the ride there, and that'll give you an idea of what my foot looked like too there. So anyway, let's do some twisties, alright? Just working on getting the body warmed up for the workout. Alright, a little bit of jog, get those knees up. Yeah, I can tell my foot, even doing this right now, is a little sore, but I think we'll get through it without the shoes. Just going to be careful on this concrete floor not to slip, being in my sock feet here. So, alright, let's do some jumping jacks. Ready? Alright, so get down, spread your legs out, get down in a squat position. Just get down as far as you can and just reach up and reach back out. Reach up again, just stretch as far as you can. Again, we're wanting to warm up those muscles. Stretch up one more time. Alright, and now let's reach out. Reach back as far as you can. You might feel those shoulders pop a little bit, but we just want to stretch out those muscles, bring it back in. Let's do it one more time. Alright, good job. Alright, stand up and just lean over. Again, stretch. Reach as far as you can. Reach down your leg. Reach over to the side. Again, stretch. One more on the other side. Stretch. Alright, and one more. There you go. And now get on down and then just get on over. Stretch down. Yeah, even bending my knee right now just hurts because it's scabbed up. So every time I bend it, it just pulls that scab apart. I'm not trying to be gross here, but I'm just telling you what's going on. So, but like I said, it's a lot better than it was 2 weeks ago, and I've not been able to do anything just because of the pain and stuff. But I thought today, man, I've got to finally do something. So alright, so get on down on the floor and do your downward dog, just stretch. Alright, then come on down. Oh, then get in that plank position, do a push-up. Alright, then back up a downward dog and stretch out those calves, because you're going to need those calves stretched out for the workout here. Alright, step up. And then reach up as high as you can. Alright, you ready for your workout? So today we're going to do a total body workout. So basically, like I said, everything from, I said your head to your feet, but your shoulders down, you're going to get a workout today. And I've got my resistance bands here. I've got 3 different ones. Because, and that's one thing I want to suggest to you. If you go and make the investment in some resistance bands, make sure you get the different ones. The different colors will actually help you remember that there's different resistance, and basically, like I said before, on the packaging it'll give you an idea of what it would be equivalent to in a weight as far as the pounds. And so the different ones here, you can also tell by feeling them, and obviously the green one is the thickest one, so it's going to be the most resistant, then the red one, and then this blue one. But anyway, I'm going to be using definitely 2 of them, if not all 3 of them, during this because of some of the exercises that we have to do. Some will actually be reaching up above your head, and so you don't need a lot of resistance when you're doing that because you want to be careful not to strain your shoulders and things like that. So anyway, also I just want to say, again, do what you can. I know that these exercises aren't for everyone, especially if this is new to you. You're going to find that some of these things are kind of difficult, but you can do them, but give yourself time to get used to them. So just take it easy, take it slow at first, don't use as much resistance on your bands, and you can build up to that over time. So not every exercise that we're going to do today is going to require the bands as well. Some of it's just going to be just your own body weight that you'll be able to use too, which is the case with this first exercise. Now this first exercise we call chuck-ups. Now it's like push-ups, except when you put your hands down, you're going to put your fingers out. Not straight ahead like this, but put your fingers out. So you're going to be in the plank position like this, but you see how my fingers are out. And you want to put your shoulders over the top of your hands. So make sure that your hands are under your shoulders, and then you want to keep your body straight. And then you're going to come down and back up. That's 1. 2. So again, like a regular push-up, except your fingers are out. And what that does is it actually keeps your elbows against your body. It actually targets different muscles that way. Alright, we're halfway there. 6. And really, work hard to keep your body straight. 7. 8. 9. 10. Now on this next one, what I've done, I've turned the mat sideways so you can see, because what we're going to do here, we're just going to do regular push-ups. But I want to show you the importance of keeping your body straight, because that will actually help your core to build up. We're not just trying to build up the shoulders and the arms by doing push-ups, but it also helps your core by keeping your body straight in that plank position. So again, you want your hands under your shoulders and keep your body as straight as possible all the way down. When you go down and up. Now you see on this one here, I got my fingers pointing out, not sideways, but pointing straight out. And what that does, it brings your elbows out, not along your body, but actually brings them out to the side. So you're going to go down and up. Now a tendency a lot of times is you want to do this. And now you can do this. It makes a harder push-up, actually, because you got more weight coming down toward your head, and so it's harder on your arms. But you want to keep your body straight. And if you need to, take a rest. Because if you haven't done push-ups in a while, these are not easy. 1 more. All right, there you go. Now, if you have been following along with me on these workouts that I've been posting, I want to encourage you now to keep doing what you've been doing as far as alternating a workout with going out and taking a walk. I think it's been about a month now, so what I would like to encourage you to do is now do what we call stacking. So when you do the workouts here, don't just do 1 of them, but now do 2 of them. So like the next time you do it, do the cardio workout and maybe this workout, or do the upper body workout with one of the ab workouts, and then the next day go out again and do your walk, but maybe alternate your walk with a run. And the way that I used to do that when I first started was I would walk 100 steps and then I would run 100 steps. Now keep in mind, for me, a step was a right foot and a left foot. That is one. That's one step. So every right foot, left foot, one, right foot, left foot, two, I would count to 100. Then I would do the same thing with a jog. I would 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, up to 100. Then I would go back to a walk. I would do that for a mile, and I just did that for a month, and then the next month I did that with 2, and then 3 miles, and then I just continued to add on to where for a while I was actually doing consistently somewhere between 6 and 10 miles. Now when I go out and run now, I do a lot more running than I do walking, and so I usually do about 5 or 6 miles when I go out. And so I just want to encourage you to do that if you can. You know, that way it'll help you work on more of the body parts when you're doing your workouts, as opposed to just focusing on one thing. Now the next exercise we're going to do here is what we call the switch wrist lawnmower. So if you mow your grass, then you're familiar with this, because most of the time, depending on the type of lawnmower that you have, if you have a regular push mower, you got that string that you got to pull. So basically we're going to be doing that same action, but with a resistance band. What I normally do is I take my right foot and use it as the measuring, and then so from the handle to my heel, then I will put my left foot to hold the band down. And then you want to get into a lunge position by bending your knee here and keeping your other leg straight back, and then grabbing that handle like, again, you're going to be working on starting that lawnmower. Now one thing I want to caution you, it is better to do this when you have shoes on, because that rubber sole will help the resistance in this band, because the band is rubber. I actually was doing a workout a while ago and I was barefooted, and my foot, or the band, slipped off my foot and flipped me right in the butt, and man, that hurt. So I don't want you to do that. So again, if you can, have some kind of a rubber sole on your foot, that'll help the resistance here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pull this band, like I said, like it's a lawnmower line. So you're going to pull out and back, but then we're going to switch. We're going to go this way, so your hand is up, turn it, your hand is down. So you see the difference here. When my hand's down, my elbow goes out. When my hand is up, my elbow stays along my body. So it's that's why we call it switch wrist. Out, up. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. All right. Now we do the other side. So I measure with my left foot, put my right foot on the band. Now that may not work for you. You might need more resistance, or you might want less resistance. But you need to measure that for you. Like I said, my foot usually works just right for me as far as the amount of resistance that I need. So again, get in that lunge position, and then hand up along the body, turn around, hand down, elbow out. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. So this next exercise we're going to do is what we call the corkscrew military press. Now this one here, you might want to go with a lighter band, just depending on what you can handle, because you're going to be taking this up over your head. All right. So again, you want to make sure you don't strain your back, you don't strain your shoulders and your neck by trying to do too much resistance with this exercise. So what you're going to do, take your band in both hands and step in the middle of it. So again, they're about as even as you can get it. And then I like to bring my other foot right to my heel there. Now, if you can do this, if you're able to keep your balance, keep your right foot around your left foot and do it on one foot. That actually helps. But my balance is horrible. It's something I really need to work on. But for the sake of this exercise, I'm just going to keep it as close to my foot as possible. Then take your bands and put them behind your arms. Now again, if that's too much, as far as you can step back a little bit, you know, don't get in a total lunge, but you can step back just a little bit. What you're going to do is you're going to take these bands and go straight up. All right, then back down. 2, back down. 3, and go as far as you can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so like I said, make sure you get bands that will work for you. If it's too much resistance, go with a lighter band. Don't be ashamed to go with that. Start off light if you have to, and then build up to it. You don't want to start off too heavy and then end up hurting yourself. So you see now, I switched foot, so now my right foot's in the band. And again, make sure you keep your foot on the floor. You don't want that band to slip. All right? This actually might have been the exercise I was doing when I flipped myself in the butt. So anyway, if you need to step back a little bit, or if it's better for you, you can step forward a little bit, but then straight up from your shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now, don't be surprised if you happen to be right-handed that you're going to handle that better on your right hand than you are your left hand. Obviously, your left hand is not as strong, so it's going to be more resistance. Even though you're in the middle, there's going to be more resistance on your left hand because you don't normally use it. And so you want to do as best you can to keep that left hand up with the right. All right, so this next one is very similar to what we had just done with the military press, but this one's what we call corkscrew. So again, you're going to put your left foot in the band, make sure you got them about even there, and then you're going to step through to the front and then take the band here at your sides, and then from this position we're going to go here up. See the corkscrew? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Straight up if you can. 10. All right. Switch feet. Now again, this is an exercise that if you're not used to, it'll be tough. It's tough even if you're used to doing them. And like I said, for me, it's actually been a couple weeks since I've done anything. And so this is tough for me today. So ready? You step through. Left or right foot is now on the band. You step through. Hands at your sides. Going to go up. Corkscrew. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! That's a tough one, man. All right. This next one they call crazy eights. And I think the reason why they call it crazy eights is usually that's the amount of reps that you do on this. But I always do 10. And now, one thing about it, if you're going to stack these particular exercises, which you can, then what I would recommend that you start off with 12, and then your next time do 10 and do 8. And what you can do is maybe up your resistance for each one, and that way you get more of a particular workout on a particular or muscle that you're wanting to do. So like this particular one here, if you wanted to do 3 sets of this particular exercise, then I'd start off doing 12. If you can, maybe try to up your resistance, but if you can't, the next time you do, drop it down to just 10, and then the last time do 8 reps on that particular one. So, but today, again, for the exercise, we're going to do 10 on each arm. What you're going to do with your band, again, you're going to step in the middle with both feet this time. We're going to start off with the right arm, so take your left arm and you want to hold it just at a 90-degree angle the whole time while we take this right arm and we're going to bring it up and down. A controlled movement though the whole time. You don't want this thing pulling your arm down like that. You want to control it the whole time. Up, back down. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. You think your left arm's not doing anything? 8. I bet you're feeling it. 9, 10. There you go. Now we're going to switch. So you're going to keep both feet in your band still. You're going to hold the right one now at 90 degrees. And you're going to bring the left one up to your shoulder and down. 2. And you got to focus on that other arm. 3. Because it has a tendency to want to pull you down. Keep it up there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Who says you need weights to do a bicep curl? 10. There you go. Alright. So this next exercise that we're going to do is what we call the tricep, kickback, and throw. So what you're going to do is, again, you're going to take one of your bands. Now again, make sure you check the resistance on the band that you use for this exercise, because again, we're going to be going over our head. So when you first start off, you put it down here and put your left foot in it. Again, try to make it as even on both sides as possible. Then you're going to get in your lunge position like this. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to just bend your elbows up and bring it back as far as you can. Up, 2, up, 3, up, 4. Just use your elbow as a hinge. Up, 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, 8, up, 9, up, 10. Now these are meant that you feel them right back here in your triceps. So that's the idea of those exercises. Now what you're going to do is you're going to actually step through and bring it up. And again, the same thing. Your elbow is just a hinge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're not done. That was just the left foot. Now we have to do the right foot. So step into it. In your right foot, get again as even as you can. Get in that lunge position. Go back, just elbows. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now we're going to step through. Again, just elbows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! That's a good one on those forearms and those triceps. Now remember, this exercise routine is total body, so we're doing everything from the shoulders down to the feet. And so on this particular exercise, you are going to have to get on the floor. And so hopefully if you have a floor like what I have, you've got a mat that you can get on. But you want to take the resistance band and you want to put it over the top of your feet and then wrap them around so they come through the middle, like so. And you also want to make sure that the resistance on both sides is about the same. So now what you're going to do is we call this band crunch. So it's basically like doing crunches or sit-ups, but you're going to use the band to help you with your come back up there. So what you're going to do is you're going to come back, you're going to go down, and then you're going to rise back up and try to keep your heels on the floor. All right? So it's a crunch. And that's what the band is there to help you, to bring you back up. So you're going to come down to basically not your shoulders all the way down. Keep your shoulders off the mat, but then come back up. And use that band to help you. And then you can actually bring your heels a little closer to you. That brings a little bit more resistance there. If you feel like you can't do that, go ahead and keep your heels out a little bit more. But come up and do your best to keep your heels on the ground. All right, so I think that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now what you want to do, if you can, keep your arms straight so you don't rely on that band so much to pull you back up. So do it that way. Keep your arms straight. Keep them straight even as you come up. Don't let them bend at all. So what that's going to do is that resistance around your feet, obviously you can see it's loosened up. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now if you feel real adventurous, let go of the bands altogether and just keep your arms straight. You're really going to feel this now, especially if you haven't done any sit-ups or crunches in a while. Four more. One more. All right, good job. Now this next exercise is something that when I started doing this, I thought this is crazy. This doesn't do anything. And we call this Cyclone, and we just did those sit-ups or crunches to work the core. This is another exercise that actually works the core. And like I said, when I first started doing it, I thought, this is crazy. This thing doesn't do anything. So the longer I did it, I realized that it does actually work if you do it correctly. Now again, I talked about this before in one of the other exercise routines, whenever you're exercising, you need to do what you can to keep your core tight. Again, that's everything from here to here. So your stomach, your abdominal muscles, your sides, your butt, everything, to try to keep it as tight as possible when you're doing these exercises. Now, it does take focus, but what you're doing is you're training your muscles to stay tight. So now again, guys, I know you can do this because anytime that you have your pictures taken, I know how we are. Our vanity sets in and we tighten up those abdominal muscles, we get that chest out. So we show at least for a few seconds during a picture, you can do that. But how about this? How about training your muscles so that they stay that way all the time? Plus you lose that body fat, and then all of a sudden those abdominal muscles start to show. And that's what we want. Okay, so what you're going to do in this exercise, you're going to keep all those muscles as tight as you can. And again, it does take focus. Then you're going to put your arms as straight up in the air as you can. Then as your muscles are tight, you're going to bend forward, to the side, back, and around. Okay, that's why they call it cyclone. So forward, to the side, back, around. And keep those muscles tight. And keep your feet about shoulder width apart. So again, up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so when you do that, you understand what I'm talking about. Keep those muscles tight. Now, if all you're doing is this, you're not accomplishing anything, okay? You got to bend at your midsection, in your core. You've got to keep those muscles tight, and you've got to bend. You got to bend. You got to bend back. You got to bend over to the side, okay, while you're keeping those muscles tight. So again, hands up because we only went one direction. Now we're going to go back the other direction. So tight, got them tight, and then go forward, side, back, over, forward, side, back, over, forward, side, back, 4, forward, side, back, 5, forward, side, back, 6, 7, think of it, you're a Barbie doll, man, 8, and you're stiff, because that's the way you want to be, you got to keep those muscles tight, 9, we'll do one more just in case, alright, there you go. This next exercise is one that we did on one of the previous videos, except we're going to add just a little something to this one here. But one thing I want to let you know too, if you don't have the resistance bands but you do have free weights, you can still do a lot of these same exercises with the weights. Or even if you don't have resistance bands or you don't have weights, you can come up with some things. Maybe you've got some empty milk jugs and you fill them full of water, and that'll add some weight for you that you can do as well. But come up with something that'll give you a little bit more resistance when you do these exercises. Alright, so this next one is what we call the rocking iso lunge. And what you're going to do on this one is you take your resistance band, put your left foot in, and you're going to lunge back. Alright, then you're going to take the bands and put them again behind your arms, and you're going to keep them at this position. And what you're going to do is you're going to rock forward, rock back, up on your toes, and then back down, and then up with the band. So you get that? So forward, back, up on your toes, back down, then up with the band. Forward, back, up, down, up, down. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. One more. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. All right. But we're not done. We got to do the right foot. Same thing. Right foot in the band. You're in your lunge. Put the bands behind your arm. You go forward, back, up, down, 1. Forward, back, up, down, 2. Forward, back, up, down, 3. Forward, back, up, down, 4. Forward, back, up, down, 5. Forward, back, up, down, 6. Balance. Forward, back, up, down, 7. Forward, back, up, down, 8. Forward, back, up, down, 9. Forward, back, up, down, 10. Woo! All right. So we've done 8. 2 more to go. This next one is we call deep seats. Deep seats, and these are squats. So what you're going to do, get your resistance band, put both feet in it, okay? And get in your squat position. Now again, your squat position is your knees over your toes, not past your toes, but over your toes, and then your butt back, and you try to keep your back as straight as possible. And then you take your band and keep it at your shoulders, and then you're going to do a squat. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now spread your feet apart about shoulder width. And we're going to do the same thing. Get in your squat position. Make sure your knees are over your toes. Keep your butt back. Your back as straight as you can. Keep your arms at your shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And the last one, we're going to go wide. So keep your feet out. Point your feet about a 45-degree angle. And then when you go down, make sure your knees track out over your toes, over your feet. Okay? Now the resistance on this one, we're going to just keep the handles at our side. So we go down, up, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down, 6, down, 7, down, 8, down, 9, down, 10. Now this last one, I'm going to confess is not one of my favorites, and I know for a lot of you it is not as well, but it's a good one, and you're probably not going to be surprised when I tell you it's burpees. Now there are 3 varieties that you can do depending on where you're at. If you're just a beginner, let me show you what you need to do. So you're going to start off standing straight in this position. You raise your arms up, bring your arms back down. Then you're going to step down to the plank position like this, like this. That's all you're going to do. You're going to step back up, stand up, arms up. That's 1. Down, step back, just like this. Step up, arms up, 2. 3, 4. Now if you want to add a little more intensity to it, you can go down, jump back, do a push-up, come back up, jump up. 5, 6, 7, a little bit more intensity here. Jump up. 8, down. Jump up. Do a jumping jack. 9. 1 more. Jump up. Woo! 10. There you go. 3 varieties of burpees there. And that is it. That's your total body workout. So hopefully you enjoyed this. I know it's a little longer, but I wanted to show you some things. Make sure you take your time. Make sure your form is correct, that things are straight where they need to be, and all of that. If you like the video, again, give me a thumbs up. And like I said, if you have been following along with me and doing these as I suggested every other day, then at this point you might want to start stacking. Do 2 of the routines at one time, and then the next day go walk / jog for a mile. And the next day come back and do 2 different routines, and do it that way. And let me know what you think about these. I haven't had a lot of comments. I have had a couple that have enjoyed them, but I'd like to know if more people are actually watching, if anybody's actually doing these along with me. And again, if you do these, I just ask you, please just be careful. And again, the reason why I'm showing these is to show you what I've done over the last couple of years to drop about 30 pounds and to keep it off. So anyway, again, hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video.